Hey, everybody. Oh, I'm a little loud. Hang on. Okay, so here's the plan. Today, I am working on a video. So, right here, I'm going to go ahead and let everyone know I am streaming. It's just going to be a little bit while we get things set up, but once we've got things set up, we're all going to be good. Alright, so now we should be able to get going here. So, allow me to show you what I'm currently working on. So this is the first time that I've done a proper animation. So since you guys have tuned in, you get a little preview of what I'm doing. I'm gonna remove that. Yes, I'm sure I want to remove image. I'm going to make sure that that is fitting in the screen properly. Perfect. Okay, so here we have Sony Vegas, and I've already drawn a few frames here. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in. And this is what I got so far. Right? So I mean, it's not much yet, but that's still like I drew a lot of frames for this. And I think so far it looks pretty smooth. So this brings me to side B of my editing process. So I have a drawing tablet, and what I have been doing is going in. Oh, and I'm going to have to actually fix the tablet because it thinks that I'm using the wrong monitor here. So we're going to change that to monitor 3. Perfect. All right, there we go. So my editing process so far has been I take basically a screenshot of each frame from the video, and then I draw an Alex version of it. I mean, it could, you could just call it a generic cockatiel, but I've been trying to include Alex's little spot on his shoulder. So, without further ado, let's get this party started. I'm just trying to see, like, with each frame, I've got to kind of figure out from scratch how do you map a cockatiel to an anime girl and have it make sense, like, visually. It is tedious, but, like, that's the price you gotta pay for making a cool video, is you gotta put in the work. So, yeah, this is basically what I'm gonna be doing for, like, the next hour, so get comfy. We're gonna be here a while. Now, there's only 3 people watching because my channel hasn't been, like, super popular lately, because I've kind of been slacking. So far, that's passable. Like, another thing that I'm trying to keep in mind is that each frame is only really going to be on screen for, like, a split second, so I don't really have to get that detailed with this. Ah, hola. Yo no hablo español, lo siento. Take a Minecraft break. Nah, not yet. Not yet. Parles-tu français? Je sais quelques mots en français. A walking Alex. I mean, I pretty much only know English and French. But, yeah. I had to study French back in college. Oh, what's up with my mic? Is it too quiet or too loud or what? Hang on, let me adjust the values a little bit. Is that better? So yeah, the music is, hang on a second.
Well, I talked to the kids about love your parents, obey your parents.
Okay, is that any better?
Obey them. You will receive. Whatever your parents tell you to do it well.
I mean, like, I've got some friends in Europe who, they know, like, 4 languages. Like, I got this one guy I'm friends with out in Germany. He lives in Cologne. So, he speaks English, of course, because, like, I talk to him, and I mostly speak English. And he also knows German, because he lives in Germany. And he also knows Japanese, because his wife is Japanese. But, yeah, anyway. Spanish is a nice language. Like, I live pretty far north in the US. If I lived further south and further west, I would probably get more use out of Spanish. I mostly learned French because, like, I actually live pretty close to Quebec. I haven't visited yet, but I want to move to Maine someday. And Maine is pretty close to it, and I'm just gonna skip this song. Okay, cool. I of lay ig pay atin lay. You know what? I'm trying to like develop a workflow now before I get too far into it. So what we're gonna do, I'm not gonna bother drawing the feet here because like they're not even visible. Like they're just blurs in the original. And I don't want to stray too far from the original. Alright, so now let's... Japanese is a really cool language. I tried to learn it on Duolingo a while back, but like, it's so different from English that like, there aren't, you know, like in French, there's a lot of words that are kind of similar to English. And knowing those makes figuring out the rest pretty easy. Polish is a pretty cool sounding language. You know what's a cool language? Ukrainian is a cool language. When I was younger, one of my best friends is Ukrainian, right? And so he taught me a few phrases in Ukrainian. And I remember one day, we came inside after building a snow fort, and like, I told his grandma, you know, that Ukrainian phrase that my friend taught me, and she grinned ear to ear. That's something I love doing. That just a little bit, like over here. So I took a couple years of French when I was in high school, and then when I got to college, they were like, hey, you need to learn French to graduate. So my options then were either go back and take a French class and delay graduating by like half a year, or I would just teach myself French and then take a placement exam at the end of the year. Yeah, I know some of them, like that is the Japanese symbol for to, which is like, you know, their word for and. I used to know like a bunch more. Like I think, yeah, I'm not gonna make a fool of myself. I was about to draw like the symbol for o, but I don't remember it. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now I can move on to the colors. And I switch to my coloring brush. I do play Minecraft. It is one of my favorite games. But yeah, back to the French story. So, I had to learn French in order to graduate college. So what I did was I got this program called Rosetta Stone. We didn't have Duolingo back then, otherwise I would have used that. And And I just basically crammed to learn French in like 3 months, well enough to pass the exam. And lo and behold, I passed. And then years went by, and I kind of forgot French because, like, you know, I lost my main reason for learning it. But I've been trying to get back into the practice because it is a nice language. Oh, hey, Eli Troyer. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you. And yeah, I mean, I like talking to you guys. You know, it's fun. I usually stream on Twitch, but, like, I think I have, like, 20 Twitch followers, and, like, one of them actually shows up when I stream. So I figured, you know what? I bet if I stream on YouTube, people would tune in.
Demonstrate it?
And here we are. Okay, and here's the plan. Here's the plan. I'm gonna go back to this, and I'm gonna draw a little.
Little less. Little softer. Little less. Little softer. Because it's making your head bounce inside your
Oop.
mouth.
You know what? I'm drawing that on the wrong layer. That's supposed to go on the lines layer.
That's right.
I mean, fine, Cameron. You want me to use your real name, bitch? I will. Thank you. I like that you like this channel. I work pretty hard on some of the videos. Yeah. Let's see here. Have I used that? What's the plan? I'm gonna use like that, kinda. To get that kind of motion blur going. There we go. Okay. I mean, if, you know, share the stream with your friends. Get them in here. Love to have them. Let's see, back to this. Okay, that pretty much matches, oop. Oh, I was drawing all that on the wrong layer. That's alright. As long as we get the important stuff on the correct layer, should be fine. It's all gonna get rendered down to one layer when I save the, frame anyway. You should play as Prussia. Okay. I think that's pretty good for that frame. I think we're good. So now, here's the last part of the editing process, is I save the frame as a PNG. So this is frame 14. So I save it in here. Alright. Now that that's done, we import the frame into the video editor. Alright, and now we zoom in a bit. so I can make sure that it syncs up perfectly. Oh, geez, it's even... It's literally, it's one frame for each. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna skip that song. Some of these songs are nicer than others. No offense to Yibin, but any tips on how to get inspiration to draw something? That's a good question. I think the best way to get inspiration is you kind of just have to make yourself do it. Like, you gotta think. Nobody else can make you get up and draw. It has to come from, like, inside you. Like, I mean, that's the best advice I can give you on that subject. Like, up until... So I'm just gonna drop a truth bomb here. I'm 27 years old, and I didn't start learning how to draw seriously until I was like 23, 24. I just kept practicing. The stream won't load? That's strange. I'm hoping that you guys can still hear me over there. Yeah, Poland is... Other than Germany, it's probably the closest you're gonna get to playing as Prussia. Oh, what to draw? I just went on an inspirational tangent for no reason. You should draw a tiger. In, like, whatever style you want. What style do you usually draw in? Do you usually draw, like, realistic, or, Oh, yeah, that's... There's a reason for that, actually. There's a reason that it feels like you get less creative the better your skills get. As you improve, one of the most important skills that you develop as an artist is... Oh. Accidentally in the wrong window. Alright. The smell. Can you smell what the rock is cooking? Where was I, though? So, as you develop as an artist, whoa, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry, suddenly loud metal. What was I about to say? So, your ability to see your own mistakes as an artist often improves a lot faster than your ability to draw, like just your mechanical ability to draw. Any tips on drawing birds? I'm gonna be real with you right now. I just kind of like make it up as I go. There's no right or wrong way to draw a bird. Kind of just have to feel it. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's draw a bird real quick. So, first you start with the head, right? It's important to start with the head. Oh, you know what? I'm using the wrong color. Alright, so you start with the head. And you kind of just draw a fat sort of body. Kind of like a pear shape. Right? That's where you start anyway. And you erase your guidelines, kind of. If you're drawing a cockatiel, it's important to get the crest in there. And then you draw a little face. Got your eyes. Got your beak. Got your cheek patches. Oh man, I'm excited to see what you come up with, Lucio. All right, and then you got the wings back here, and then you draw the tail feathers. Cockatiels have real long tails, and then you draw the floofy pants and little feets. Alright. And once you got that done, the next step is to color it all in. So that's what we're going to do next. At this point, you know, I might just toss this frame in the video somewhere since I've already gone this far on it. And like, kind of the theme of the Get On meme is that it's just a bunch of random poses. So this can be in there somewhere. But yeah, I did mean it. There is no wrong way to draw a bird. Drawing a bird is kind of similar to drawing a rat. You can pretty much just draw a blob and have it be any shape you want, and it'll just kind of work. It'd be faster to actually do it this way. Alright, and couple more finishing touches real quick. Cockatiels have kind of a white stripe on the front of their feathers. You can, you know, draw some texture on the belly if you want. And it's also important, Alex has a spot up here, so I always draw that spot. And there we go. That's a bird. All right, and now we can just add some random motion blur to it, and then it'll be good to go. Okay, great. I'm just going to save this as a random number. Thank you, Alpha Hybrid Girl. I'm going to save this one. Get my format right here. there we go. And this one's gonna be frame 21. I didn't really use any reference for this one, so it's just gonna be a random bird. Alright. Next frame. By which I mean the next frame I was about to do before I gave you the quick bird tutorial. I mean, honestly, Suck Butts. That's a nice name, by the way. Live chat. I mean, I'm in live chat right now. Oh, you know what? I think it unfortunately kinda didn't show me the link. It just said message retracted. Yeah, sorry. You can message it to me on Twitter if you want. My Twitter's the same as my YouTube. Yeah, my cockatiel unfortunately passed away in January. It's been like long enough now that, you know, I can think of her without getting too sad, but it still hurts. I wish I could show her to you right now. But, you know, life moves on, and she would want us all to be happy. Alright, so now what we're going to do is... And this is something I actually forgot to do last frame. Is you reduce the opacity to 15. And that makes it a little easier to see what you're presently doing in here. Perfect. Okay. I do have a Discord. Let me actually... Hang on a second. I'm gonna give you guys an invite to my Discord real quick. If you have Discord, you are very welcome. To join. All right. Here we go. And that link should... It's all right. Let me actually add a chat. Just gonna add a pictures chat. There we go. So yeah, you can just send any picture you want. If I could collab with a different burb, who would it be? Other than Alex, obviously. I made one video about, also, where is my cursor? I was holding my pen backwards. Oh, hey, it's Dino Tendies. Welcome. Probably Harley, the cockatoo. You know, the one that screams into cups. I made one video with Harley once, and it was honestly probably my favorite non-Alex video. Minimize that so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. No, not... Well, you know what? Gotcha the Cockatoo is a pretty great cockatoo. So for that, you would have to ask Alex's owner, who lives in Australia. I don't know what she's up to right now, but it's probably like 7 a.m. there, so I'd imagine she's asleep. Alright, let's take a look. Oh my god. I'm just gonna show off your art for a second. I hope you don't mind. Like, take a look at that. That is artistry. I love that. Thank you for sending that. Okay. Anyway, back to drawing anime girl frame by frame, except it's a cockatiel. Yeah, Alex the Honking Bird. I mean, Australia's pretty big. I'd imagine there's more than one time zone, unless you guys just don't do time zones there. Look up... Oh no! Not Ukraine. But yeah, random bird. Draw a Major Mitchell's. A Major Mitchell's cockatoo. At least I think that's what they're called. And yeah, everyone thinks it's flamingo log at first. But nope, just flaming log like the campfire. Do you feel more like doing it in MS Paint or more like doing it seriously? Because usually just going with your gut on these sorts of things gives better results. Oh my god! Goat, do you mind if do you mind if I show that to the stream real quick? That is an incredible drawing. What is it about just drawing cockatiels with muscles that's just so funny? Alright, I'm gonna show it, It's like a cockatar? A cockatar, that's what it is. This is a cockatar now. A cross between a cockatoo and a centaur. That is beautiful. That is honestly beautiful. my side monitor is vertically oriented, so I'm kind of fighting with it right now to try to get it to display my window the way I want it to be displayed. Like it handles horizontal split screen so much more smoothly than it handles so much more smoothly than it handles vertical split screen. Like, I honestly... Oh, I'm using the wrong layer. I'm gonna stop that before I ruin everything. Unfortunately, I cannot. I cannot suck your butt. That's not for me. Alright. So far, I think this stream is going pretty well so far. Probably be easier if I switch to that one. Yeah, that's much easier. Get faster filling done. But if anyone's curious about the music that's playing right now, there's a website that I belong to called Battle of the Bits. And whenever I stream, and I want to have background music, I always use Battle of the Bits because all of the music on there is copyright free. So, you know, if you're ever streaming, you want to have some background music but don't feel like getting copyright strikes, go on battleofthebits.org and give it a shot. Here we go. Here we go. This is honestly an extremely silly project. Like, I just need to reiterate how very silly this is. Get the dot in there. And now we're going to go back to lines real quick. And I'm going to add... Oh, it's a little too dark. That's good. I'm going to add the cheek patch. Cheek patch is honestly... It's the best part of the bird, is the cheek patch. You ever scritch the cheek patch? There's an ear hole hidden back there. Rest in peace, Ukraine. Okay. Alright, and final touches. Get some motion blur in there. Paint tool psi is pretty good, honestly. of this. That'll do. Frame 15. Is it what to? What do you mean? Is it wrong of you to use what to? Yeah, piracy's fine when you're stealing from a multi-billion-dollar organization, in my opinion. But, you know, don't tell anybody I told you that. Alright, for those, Paint.net is honestly, it's a really good program. When I'm, like, just doing quick photo editing and I don't need anything fancy, Paint.net is always going to be my go-to for that sort of thing. And it's honestly, it's not bad for drawing in. I just wouldn't use it for the simple reason that it doesn't support pressure sensitivity on your tablet. But if you're just drawing with a mouse, there is absolutely nothing wrong with using Paint.net. But yeah, just to show you guys, some of you who recently joined and may not have seen how it looks so far, this is what I'm working on. This is why I'm drawing Alex a bunch of times. Now, of course, there's only 2 frames of Alex so far. But, you know, we'll get there. But, yeah. Honestly, if you want to get extra monitors, the way to go is go on Craigslist or something, or Facebook Marketplace, and just look for office surplus. Anything like that, any like old monitors and whatnot. Because if all you need is just a second monitor for like watching streams or something, you can find a second monitor for like 20 bucks. Like, I mean, I got my monitors for free because my sister happened to be around when they were moving out of an old office and they were getting rid of a bunch of stuff. And my 2 side monitors were part of the stuff they were getting rid of. So my sister grabbed them and she was like, "Hey, Anthony, do you want these monitors?" And I was like, "Yes." Yeah, I mean, office surplus. It's the way to go for any kind of spare stuff, computing wise. Like, I've got a computer out in my living room that I actually purchased on Craigslist for like 60 bucks. Um, and I just use that for running a Minecraft server. I mean, it was, you know, I use it for other stuff too. Like, it's currently the only way I can use the TV in the living room. But, um, yeah, I mean, that's one use for a spare computer is just run your Minecraft server. Get more desks. Ever the economical one. Some of these poses are like, how can I even justify applying these to a bird? I don't know. Okay. So Next frame. Did it not? I don't think it did. Hang on. I don't think it got it when I took that screen grab. Get down, doing a Okay. And there we go. Merge down. Set opacity to 15. Come on. Give me the window. There we go. Perfect. Then we go back to doing the lines. Oh, no. That's not what I meant to do at all. Lines. There we go. And colors. We remove. Okay. Let's get the tunes going again. And I'll draw this frame. There is no reason not to do art. If you've got paper, you've got a pen, or, if you've got really anything that can leave a mark on anything in any way, there's no reason not to. I mean, if you're going to keep, producing amazing art like the Kakatar earlier, by all means, keep drawing. I love seeing stuff like that. I really do. Major L's? I don't think so. Like, usually when I animate, I'm not taking it seriously enough that, like, I make a mistake and I'm like, oh no. Yeah, do it. I'm sure your landlord will appreciate all the interesting anatomical configurations you've come up with for a cockatiel to have. Okay. Some good stuff. Some good stuff happening here. Love it. At this point, we can remove that. We can bring in that. And that's going to make it a little more obvious when we make those little gapping errors here. So we can just fill them. We can fill them all up. Perfect. And now we give the cheek patch. There we go. I don't even know what's going on with this wing over here. I'm just relying on the fact that these are only going to be on screen for like a second. Poland strong. Poland so strong. Let's see here. Alright, and now we just add some feet colors. You know what? I need to draw a leg to connect the foot to the body, don't I? I should probably do that. Make sure I'm using the correct brush. There we go. Let's... Oh my god. Yeah, at this point, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think towards the end of the stream, I'm just gonna do a quick art show-off. I don't know if any of you guys watch Joel from Vinesauce, but that's a thing that he does that I always liked. He just shows all the art that he gets at the end of his streams. You know, before he signs off for the night. I think that might be a thing that I would like to do. Because there's a lot of great art in this Discord right now. And I want to make sure that it gets appreciated fully. Pierogies for everyone. Yes. Alright, and now we can add the blur. That's good enough for our frame. Ping. That is going to be frame 16. And we're going to bring that in. Alright, so we're 3 frames in to the spastic dance party part of the Get On meme. This frame might be one of my favorites, but I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how this is gonna be translated to a bird. Like, I was already pushing it with this frame. Like, birds don't have fingers. So, I mean, I guess there's nothing for it. I'm just gonna have to push it again. I'm just gonna have to do that. That's probably the hardest part, is their crest. The Major Mitchell's crest has, like, really vibrant sort of yellows and reds and oranges. Oh, that one's on screen for 2 frames. That means I don't have to draw 2 frames for that. Any other birds? Draw a Quaker parrot. Those are nice and round and easy to draw, I think. Okay, so it looks like I'm about a fifth of the way done with the spastic part. Half the battle is just coming up with, like, how am I even going to portray this? Alright. We move on. Alright. While we're between frames, I will show the squishy baby. There it is. There is the squishy baby. Conures are fun. I'm sure they're very difficult to take care of, but they're fun. How am I even going to portray that? Merge down. Get down. Na, 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 na. $15. Okay. You know what birds are really funny? Kikes. You ever see a kike? They're the silliest birds. Alright, so let's start out with our lines. Aw, I really don't like seeing birds in cages that are too small for them. What is the song request? Because I'm strategically picking songs so I don't get copyright struck. I think both games have their strong points and weak points. Personally, I prefer Minecraft, but no, I can't, because that's absolutely going to get copyright struck. There's no way I could play that and not get a copyright strike. Or claim, at least. Going to draw the... Yes, I'm absolutely sure it's copyrighted. Like, YouTube's copyright filter is insanely sensitive. Like, if you play a copyrighted song for even, like, 3 seconds over the course of a 2-hour video, they can just copyright claim the whole thing. And you can't get ad revenue for any of it. Not that I can get ad revenue right now. They demonetized my account and didn't really give me a reason why. I haven't been actively using this as a source of income, so, like, it's fine for now, but if I ever get back into doing it regularly, I'm gonna want to, like, look into that, I think. It's probably copyrighted, yeah. This one I have to draw kind of well, because it's going to be on screen long enough that people are going to kind of see it. That's insane. I really hope they fix the copyright system, because YouTube would be such a better site if they did. I'm gonna skip that song. I don't know what that was. I can't really explain. It's just some of the songs on Battle of the Bits are just like that. let's take a look at that line art real quick. That's not bad. I think that's actually coming out pretty good. You should work on that animation if you've got to finish it by Friday. Are you an animator? Or an animation student? Okay. Give this the good old 24 size. Ibis Paint X. I'll have to look into that, because, like, I've wanted to draw stuff on my phone sometimes when I'm out somewhere, nowhere near my computer, and I don't have a pen with me, but I have my phone. I gotta look into doing that. Thanks for the suggestion. Aw, sorry to hear that. Well, it'll probably be easier for you to do it next time, because you tried to do it this time. That's the important thing, is that you tried. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, now do some gap filling. That's another frame. One at a time. We're doing it. We're making it happen. Okay. The colors always look so silly. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to add the wing markings. Luckily, it's not too late for me to do that because I can just do this. That'll work. Honestly, yeah, the Wii U had some pretty good tracks. Like, that is a pretty good take. And I definitely agree. Alright, so we're gonna save over the one that we just did, because this one's better. Yes. Okay. Okay. And then we're gonna drag this into here. And okay. Let's check our work. Okay, well, thank you for sticking around for so long. I really appreciate it. So, before you go, one last playthrough what I've got so far.
Get down, you little...
Honestly, this looks hilarious. Perfect. Oh, cool. I would rather honk, honestly. So, speaking of which, let's take a break from animating for a bit, and I'm going to work on the audio portion, which is probably the part most of you are more familiar with me doing, is the audio. So, what I have done is... There we go. Thank you, Zagrish. I appreciate that vote of confidence. Minecraft break. Okay, so I'm going to put away the tablet for a second, and we're going to pitch shift some honks. Honk, honk,
Get down, you little boy with a fool and a sense.
Alright. So here's what we're gonna do. Have this like that, kinda. Perfect. Actually, you know what? For the heck of it, we're gonna have that up there too, just so it's a little easier to deal with.
Get, 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 get.
Now you guys get to see how I do this.
Get, get,
One honk at a time. That's, you know, as Alex's owner says, sometimes you've just got to take life one honk at a time. That's what I'm doing here. So I'm just taking it one honk at a time.
get down. Get down. Get down.
Just gonna turn down, get down a little bit, and turn up the honk a little bit.
Get down. Mama, down, you little, down, you little, down, you.
I just love how just this looks so good. Like that these opening frames, when I originally had the idea for this video, animating that was the part that I was like most excited about. I kind of wish, you know what, there is more stuff like that later. I just got to persevere. So, I'm going to continue adding honks to the honk video. I think it's one frame too late. So if I do that, then it should work. Don't Don't die. Don't do that. That's the worst thing you can do. All right. That's not what I want to open right now. A little too fast. Okay. I think that's on enough. I'm just gonna cheat and just copy that again, because, like, it's... No, that's not what I wanted to copy. This part. Because it's the same 3 notes again. I think it's a frame. Why are the frames so long? You know what it is? You know what it definitely is? This is a 30 frame per second file, and I don't... The song is too fast for 30 frames a second to be enough for me to be precise. Yeah, see? Because now it sounds like it's too early, but before it sounded like it was too late. These need to be a frame later, I think. Okay. That's pretty good. And we move that back a frame. I don't know. Maybe Thursday. If not Thursday, probably Saturday night. Because tomorrow night, I have a PC to build. I'm replacing my main rig, which I'm currently using, with a better one, and I'm giving my current rig to my fiance because her computer just died. The power unit fan shut off, and it burned itself out. So I salvaged everything I could from her rig, and I'm going to put all that stuff into my rig, take the good stuff from my rig, and put it into the newer one. Maybe I'll post a picture or something in the Discord if you guys are interested in the build once I am done with it. But yeah. Tonight was like the only night this week I knew I didn't have any like concrete plans. So I wanted to make sure that I got some work done on this video. It's definitely a frame too late. Gigantic frames. Oh, that's way better. Okay.
Get down, you little mama, food on the table.
Cool file sharing. I completely forgot that I did this. Yeah, the cool file sharing is just for like ROMs and whatnot, which I understand is illegal, but none of this stuff is for sale anymore. And one of them is a hack that one of my friends made. So, like, I'm not that concerned that it'll get sniffed out.
Get down, you little mama, food on the table.
Well, that works. I might need to make it just a little bit earlier. And I think it's a little flat. Ooh. Delete that. I'm gonna do that, and then we'll do that. Perfect. It's a good question. If I built a computer for a bird, birds have pretty good eyesight. So, honestly, you could go with a pretty high resolution and the bird would probably have good enough vision to take advantage of it. Like, I don't know too much about how good parrot vision is, but I know pigeon vision is like insanely good. Same with hawk vision. Of course, Hawkeye, that whole meme, but it's, you know, you'd have to go for a high resolution display if you were going to make a display for a bird. Otherwise, they would get confused by the pixels and be like, "What? What is this? What am I looking at?" Okay. So far so good. Hmm. All right. So we're going to bring this one back to 0. We're going to bring this back to low. And we go 1 frame at a time. Zooming in on that. Nice. God, all that work and it's over in like a split second. I don't even know what Windows Hello is. I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea what Windows Hello is. Well, I'm just going to go through this frame by frame so you can kind of see what I did. So, a couple frames of the bird bowing. Eyes are closed in that frame. Starting with back kind of turned, side profile, blurry wing area. The that sign. I didn't give Alex a thumb, but you know, there's a heart there instead of a thumb. I have Windows 10, but I don't think I've ever used Windows Hello. Oh, that. Oh, God, no. I would never use Face ID. Would it even work for a bird? Does face recognition work on birds? I've never even, like, thought about that. I don't see any reason it couldn't. Like, if it can work on a human, why wouldn't it be able to work on a bird? Huh. Yeah, at this point, I'm feeling kind of burnt out. Just a bit. Yeah, I think I'm about done streaming for now. So before we close out for the evening, we're going to go through the art. One piece of art at a time. We can start with a recap, sort of the art from earlier in the stream. So here we've got the right way.png, a beautiful rendering of a very, very muscular boy. We've got the Cockatour, and that was submitted by Lord Fishquad. I don't know, what do you want to be referred to as? But next up we have the Cockatour from Suckbutts. And this, it's is that an inkling as a cockatiel? I think that's an inkling as a cockatiel. I love it. Honestly, that's adorable. Right, and ooh, this one's really nice looking. Look at this. This one's also by Suckbutts. This is an absolutely beautiful drawing. Incredible work on this. Really, incredible work. Please never stop drawing. And we got this little shit post from MBH004. We have this drawing of what appears is that a canary or a finch? It has a beak like a finch, so I'm just gonna assume it's a finch. That is from Hambrew. I really like colored pencil as a medium. I honestly think it's underused. So I'm really happy to see art that uses colored pencil well. And I think this uses colored pencil well. Really good work on this. And this is a dragon, I'm assuming, with some cool like 3D lens effect on it. And this one isn't art, but I'm showing it anyway. Just a picture of a budgie. I love budgies. They're one of my favorite kinds of parrot. They're just extremely silly and very energetic. They're just a ton of fun. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Tell your friends. I'm probably going to be streaming again Saturday evening. So until then, stay honkin'.